Kanye West expressed regret for signing Big Sean to his record label, GLOD Music, and the rapper has responded. During a recent interview on the Drink Champs podcast, Big Sean stated that Kanye West owes him $6 million, 4.5 million pounds. Sean appeared on the show last Friday, December 17, telling hosts NORE and DJFN, "I put at least $30 million in West's pocket, if not more, and he owes me money." Kanye allegations towards Sean. Kanye West and Big Sean's feud is heating up, with the 33-year-old singer claiming his mentor, he owes him $6 million. Kanye admitted in a recent interview with the Drink Champs podcast that signing Big Sean to his record label GOD Music was the worst thing he had ever done, explaining that he wished the singer had supported him during his failed presidential campaign last year. During the discussion, co-host NORE asked Ye, Pusha T or Big Sean, which seemed to pique the rapper's and producer's interest. As he began his response with, "Oh, I love this," West stood up, walked to the other side of the room, and picked up a RIP headstone prop before continuing. "I've already decided that when I die, it'll say on my tombstone, I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean," he said. NORE, perplexed by his response, said, "I'm not quite sure of your pick." To which co-host DJ FN interjected, saying, "Big Sean," he's saying, "I believe." NORE then sought clarification. "No, I'm saying that signing Big Sean was the worst thing I've ever done," he responded. NORE told everyone to clap at this point because he misheard the answer and thought he said best. The rapper-turned-host was taken aback when he discovered what had been said. "Nah, man. They let that, I know this man mama, bro," he responded. "Do you understand what I'm saying? I changed this man's family, and when I ran for office, both John Legend and Big Sean were quickly used by the Democrats to combat the boy who had changed their lives. That's some sellout shit, and I don't rock with either of them, and I need my apology," he continued. Sean responds to his allegation of him being the worst thing for signing him. It comes a month after he appeared on the podcast and told the hosts that signing Big Sean is the worst thing I've ever done. "I took it too personally because it's like, you publicly humiliated me when I was down for you." The Blessings rapper explained, adding that he was angry at the time. Sean also responded to these comments, saying that he found them amusing at first, but then took it personally. "I'm the only person who has had back-to-back number ones, platinum albums, and double platinum albums. And by the way, being signed to Kanye is a gold mine. He changed my life, and I love him for it," Sean said. "But every time Kanye is called on me, no matter what I was doing, I'm wherever he's at, bro. Whether it's to contribute to him in the studio, whether it's to contribute a line, write a verse for him. Every time he calls, I travel around the world for him." Sean then responded to Ye's claims that he did not support his recent political campaign, saying, "I didn't come out and support no Democratic Party because my man was running." Kanye's debt of $6 million to Sean. "What I'm saying is, I put at least $30 million in this man's pocket, if not more, and he owes me money, and he's got billions, either him or his company," the Paradise performer claimed. "I had to audit my label with my own money because millions of dollars were missing. And you can tell when millions of dollars are missing. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on my label, believing that Universal owed me money that had already been paid to GOD Music." Big Sean, who launched his own label in October, revealed that he had to hire an auditor to deal with the financial situation. "Let me ask you, bro, how would you feel if someone owed you $500,000? He inquired of the hosts, noting that the sum in question had risen to $6 million. "What if they owe you something, bro, and you showed up for them and did all of this for them, and they have billions?" Although receiving the money would be life-changing, the musician doubted it was even on West's radar, saying, "When I see him, I respect him enough not to bring that shit up. I hired an auditor. This isn't a number I made up." Sean went on to say that he decided to conduct an audit after Roc Nation CEO Jay Brown called his record deal the worst he's ever seen. Big Sean also stated that he was still waiting for his masters to be returned, saying, "If I was up billions, and if I was a man of my word, and not just saying something to look good in that moment, I would pay my artists their masters, or at least what they're worth if he's not in the position to do that. But that's just my opinion." Charlemagne's claims. On Wednesday, Charlemagne the God made Kanye West's crusade against the music industry appear hypocritical. September 30. The radio personality praised Big Sean on an episode of The Breakfast Club. On Wednesday, Charlemagne Thaw God made Kanye West's crusade against the music industry appear hypocritical. September 30. The radio personality praised Big Sean on an episode of The Breakfast Club for not condemning Yeezy despite a $3 million debt and years of working under an allegedly one-sided contract. Can we give Big Sean a standing ovation? DJ Envy and Angela Yee, Charlemagne's co-hosts, were asked. Big Sean's restraint with Kanye West is remarkable. It tells me he's a well-adjusted person. Because of Kanye West, I hope Big Sean tells his story one day, but for now, know that Kanye West owes Big Sean a lot of money. And he got Big Sean to sign a terrible contract to be out here screaming about returning people's masters and all sorts of other things. Charlemagne eventually went into more detail about how he allegedly mistreated Sean. According to Charlemagne, Sean reached an agreement with Def Jam to obtain his masters at one point, but West nixed the deal. However, the GOOD music boss changed his tune on the subject in September. In the midst of his criticism of major record labels, he promised to give GOOD artists his share of their masters. West also challenged Universal Music Group, Def Jam's parent company, to do the same, for which he received a thank you tweet from Sean. Many thanks. This would be extremely beneficial, Sean wrote on September 23. But, according to Charlemagne, West's public posturing hasn't been matched by his actions behind the scenes. Yeezy, he believes, has been just as exploitative as many others in the music industry. Brothers, we have to stop doing that to each other, said Charlemagne, because we're out here deceiving others and being false prophets. But you're not even doing right by your own people. Do the right thing for your people. Yee. Sean Collaboratives. Sean Don is well known for his affection for the city of Detroit, which led him to mention the late young Dolph, who was equally fond of his own hometown of Memphis. A lot of people we see who love the city. They get taken out of the city, Sean explained. Dolph's wife and I went to high school together. We grew up in the same Detroit neighborhood. NORE asked Sean if he thinks being a rapper in America is a dangerous job, after he described rappers like Dolph and Nipsey Hussle as pillars of their community. Sean recently dropped a surprise collaborative EP with Hit Boy in October. They then shared a number of videos for songs from the album, including What a Life, Loyal to a Fault, Chaos, and The One. Sean and producer Hit Boy are seen recording the track at a luxurious in-home studio overlooking a beautiful cityscape in the black and white video for The One. Sean begins the SWV sampling track with a message to his friends turned enemies. Architect the way I take it to extreme measures. Sometimes you have to dismantle your life in order to rebuild it. The game has softened significantly. Now is the time to apply some pressure. We haven't spoken in years, a lot of peers. You could go pretend I'm not there, but that just shows how much y'all threatened. Yee and Drake put their differences aside earlier this month for a free Larry Hoover concert in Los Angeles, calling for the release of the Chicago gang leader from federal prison. Sean dropped an almost 9-minute-long freestyle over 4 different beats last month as part of the 122nd installment of the Power 106 Los Angeles Freestyle Series. In addition to referencing Kobe Bryant, the rapper used Drake's Love All and Kanye West Hurricane from his most recent album, Donda. That's all we had for today. I hope you enjoyed the show. If so, please subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Bye. See you in the next video.